The Jack Links 500 Talladega, let's talk about it. We saw in the different races that we had over the course of this weekend, we ended up seeing 3 first-time winners. So it was 3 different races, 3 first-time winners. And I didn't get a chance to properly watch ARCA, though I saw Cletus McFarland ended up doing quite well, especially towards the end of it. Didn't really end up catching much of Nope either. But I did catch the Cup Series race. And, well, Carson Hocevar. I remember about 12 months ago, I did a video, I converted it into a YouTube short as well, in which I compared Carson Hocevar to George Russell. And I think his first Cup Series win more than exemplifies that for me. Like, both carry themselves in quite similar ways. Not just the fact that they're tall and lanky and all of that kind of stuff, but because of the fact that they have a reputation for just causing chaos, which happened in this race. A little, pod that caused an incident. They seem to just also get good results without really having to do much to get them. That meme of George Russell does nothing P3. There's also, both of them, if you were to say what fictional character are they, you'd say Woody from Toy Story. I mean, hence the memes of George Russell. I've yet to see any of those of Hocevar, but the fact that he was in that Chili's outfit that had the kind of cowboy get-up, it sort of solidified that image for me. But overall, a popular first-time win. And I'd say that, despite the fact that I know he does have a number of haters as well. I don't really get it, but yeah, popular first-time win. A first win for wasn't it the first win for Spire in something like 7 years? I think it was Daytona 2019. Was it Justin Haley? Yeah, let's talk about some of the other top finishers because the top 5 is wild. Chris Buescher second. Yeah, I mean, that's not too wild. He's been up at the front of these kinds of races before. RFK tend to run well at these kinds of races. Alex Bowman, third. Started 20th, but honestly, that's the result Bowman needs. It's the result he needs after, I would say, just 2 years, I would say, of being down on his luck. It's a long winless streak in which he's had injuries, he's had the vertigo, and yeah, he's come back and a couple of races into his return, gets a top 5. Yeah, I think Bowman could be happy with that result. Chase Elliott, pretty much the only one of the big hitters, not only in the top 5, but in the top 10. Zane Smith, 5th. Stenhouse, 6th. There's a point where it looked like Stenhouse might pick up the win. Chastain, 7th. A lot of laps led, though a really bad push. I mean, he was pushed twice behind him. He was a third car pushing, but a really bad push from Bubba Wallace kicked off the big one in that race. Cindric, the lead Penske. Not really surprising on a drafted track on a super speedway, but yeah, top 10 for him. Gregson, 9th, and a first top 10 on the year. I think for RCR out alright, but for Kyle Busch, I mean, you could have probably seen both of them fighting or getting into that top 10, but that wreck on the run to the line, there's some good cars that got beat up in that. SVG, who managed to get back to the lead lap, got caught in the big one, got back to the lead lap, and then got caught in that smaller one on the run to the line. That was rotten luck. Tyler Reddick got caught in it as well. Denny Hamlin got caught in it. What's funny is, when you look at the laps led spread, it is quite well spread out. The most on the day was 31, and that was Christopher Bell. There's some drivers who are up on their luck, some who are way down on their luck. I'd say Wallace, Blaney, probably like Logano and Larson as well. All of those were out because of the big one. There was also the Haas of Custer. Those are the ones who were recorded as out specifically from the big one. And you do feel for them. Those were good cars. They were having good runs. one bad push, but that's all you need, just one bad push. What it means to the standings is Reddick is 110 points clear of Denny Hamlin, 140 clear of Ryan Blaney. I think that's grown even more now. Hamlin is by far clear in terms of laps led of the year. 603 is 201 for Reddick, 244 for Blaney, 603 for Denny Hamlin. I think the next best is Kyle Larson, who's just below the 500, is the 499. So probably next time out at Texas, we'll hit that 500. When you look at the movers and shakes of the standings, it's the people who got bitten by what happened who lost out. Some of them only lose a little bit. Logano down 1, SVG down 1, a bit further out of the points picture. But, I mean, he probably could have been up to 17th, potentially. Could have potentially caught Chase Briscoe and gone even closer to the transfer spot. But the biggest hitters inside of the current Chase picture, both of them down 4, William Byron and Bubba Wallace. Meanwhile, Buescher and Hocevar are up 4. And those are two drivers who are good at super speedways. I mean, in both cases they are. But the two drivers who dropped 4 are good at super speedways. I mean, Byron did the 500 back-to-back at Daytona. Bubba Wallace, his first win was at Talladega. I mean, I know he didn't win again for a drafting track right after, but yeah, he's always been there or thereabouts for drafting tracks. But is this... Did I hear right? This is the 13th Dega race in a row that's produced a different winner in terms of unique winners. Which is a wonderful stat to talk about. But I want to wrap up by talking about the changes to the stages. They decided to flip the stage format for this race at Dega. Have the long stage 1, where all the strategy would potentially come into play. And then a chaotic dash through stage 3 where you could potentially make it without needing to stop. I don't really know how to feel about it. On the one hand, I get it. They're trying to do it for the product. They're trying to do it so it's the best show. But is it... I don't mind the strategy game. These things are part and parcel of racing. If you want to not have the strategy game, do what you did with the Roval 400. It was 400 kilometres. Change it to a kilometre race rather than a mile race, and that will take it down to, what, the distance of a Grand Prix? 320k roughly. From there, those cars will be running for, 60% of the distance. And you can just have those shorter stages. You can have those splits. And you can have less strategy. I think it's okay to have races that are duds and races that are quite quiet apart from a couple of interesting moments. Otherwise you don't appreciate the true chaos. You don't appreciate the true bad ones. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, folks. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for joining, thanks for continued support, but yeah, till next time, bye for now.